the book dragon's lair. Headless man. Did you sell your soul to Mephistopheles? Tell me please, did you make a date with the devil, not me? If you know my fate, come and level with me. Here we go. Now let's see. That's it. Let's see. Add fairy dust and harpy feathers and that's what it says in the fine print. Fine print. Why do they call it fine print? And why do they make it so fine? Or the only, no, not the only, and you're awake. Good. Finally. You were out for quite some time, and oh dear, you're struggling. I'm sorry. Are your bonds too loose? That's the case. They're very, very loose indeed. Here, let me fix them for you. No. Please don't struggle. I'm getting them tightened as quick as I can. And there. All nice and tight and snug and comfortable. Oh, what are you doing here? Well, you see, the innkeeper came by, and they dropped you off at my home. They said you had enjoyed a nice dinner, yet the moment you had a sip of the wine, or rather, the mulled cider, they said you had a fainting spell. So they took you here to me, since I am a doctor and healer of sorts, and then I took you, and I brought you up here, to my secret lab. But I must admit, it's rather nice to see you again. Oh, who am I? Well, I suppose it has been some time since we were children, but you know me. Of course you do. Of course you know me. Don't you remember me? Temperance v. Tobre? We were in class together. We were schoolmates. You were always the popular grade A student, the one everybody loved, the most popular one of all. And I can see, well, after all this time, it seems that hasn't changed. While you were the popular one, well, you saw where I was. I was always the outcast in the shadows, just minding her own business and turning in her homework on time. And, oh dear, the picture of mine gets scuffed. Fiddlesticks. But anyway, Yes, it is very good to see you. And don't worry, I'll have you fixed up in no time and then I'll let you go. After I find out what drug was in that mulled cider of yours. Hmm? You never mentioned anything about being drugged? Oh, well, call it a lucky guess. A woman's intuition, if you will. But, yes, I will get you fixed up as soon as I'm able, and I'll let you go once you're all patched up, okay? Alright, then let's get to work. Alright, well, I found out what that drug was that was put in your mulled cider. It turns out it happens to be a cocktail of wolfsbane and nightshade. Put together, it makes a rather clumpy paste, like this. See? Very nasty stuff. However, I can make a, whoops. However, I can make a, that's the word for it. I can make, an antidote for that to, purge all that nasty little drug from your body, and you'll be completely pure and clean and ready for the next step. And I must say thank you. Thank you very much for donating your body to science, for the good of the world, and for the good of others. Oh, you didn't? My mistake. How silly of me. Well, I suppose there's no turning back now, and we can only make do with the choices that have been made, and... Oh, let you go? Well, I can't let you go. Obviously not. You've already donated, or rather, you didn't donate, but you're already here. I can't let you go now, especially with the next step, and... Oh, I said I would let you go? I don't recall that in the slightest, but then again, that drug probably did a number on your head. Poor darling. Don't worry, we'll get you all healed up in no time. Let's see. You're so lovely, even when you're strapped to the table like that. Oh. Why did you have to get married to them? To them, of all people. Why couldn't it have been me? Why couldn't you have noticed me instead? After everything I did to help you with your math problems and things and helping you in class, why couldn't it have been me instead that got to walk down the aisle with you? What do I mean? I thought you would have known, but then again, you never really did notice me, did you? No. Again, you were the most popular of the students, the one everyone loved, always in the light, and me, I was always backstage. But I love you. I've loved you for the longest time, and every time I tried to reach out to you and tried to court you, you rejected me. Yes, you did. You rejected me 128 times. Exactly. So, when you rejected me, I turned to this. I turned to magic and potions and chemicals and the kind of work of mad scientists, as you'd call it. And I suppose in the end I became one. Tell me, you remember reading Frankenstein? Frankenstein, how he made life out of body parts that he stitched up together. Well, he's an idiot, and he's not really a mad scientist. technically, if you want to be on technical terms of technicalities, he was a college dropout. I like to think that the one and only true mad scientist archetype in the world is Dr. Henry Jekyll, who actually didn't drop out of college and actually used himself as a test subject. And he kept notes, and he's a lot better than Victor Frankenstein. That's what I'm trying to say. But he's my role model, and I suppose I took after him in a few senses. No. I didn't make an elixir that alters the personality and makes me my worst self. No, I suppose I've always been this way. But then again, you never really noticed. No one really does until it's too late. Until they're strapped to the table. And until I experiment on them. It's actually what I was doing. Practicing and practicing until I could finally do it. Do what, you may ask? Why, until I... Oh, my words. Oh, they fail me. And I blame you for that. You always have a way of getting me tongue-tied. But what I kept practicing and practicing and practicing until I got it was the ability to turn humans into monsters. All right. Here we go. A nice little spoon bottle of cure that will make you all pure and clean again. Here, just watch. A little spoonful and you'll be good to go. Here, drink it. Drink it. It tastes good, I promise it does. Darling, please drink it. Drink it. I said drink. Ah! There's no need to spit. We're not children anymore. That was disgusting. Well, there. If you're not going to drink it, then we'll just have to find another way. But one way or another, you will be taking this. And you will purge yourself of that drug. All right. There we go. Good. You swallowed all of it. Oh, do you feel it? That brief, effervescent, bubbling zing? Well, that's the antidote working. I made it work instantaneous. But, to answer the question that I can see in your eyes, yes, I'm the reason why everyone in the village has been disappearing recently. Or rather, I'm what they don't like to talk about. They don't want anything to happen to them or their loved ones, so they don't say anything bad about me or what I do. And I'm not all bad. I have helped them in their times of need. I helped them during the scarlet fevers, the sapphire plague. I've helped them everywhere. I've even helped kill a few monsters in the process. Well, of course I've killed monsters. Not all of them are kind and good, though quite a few of them are. Actually, here we go. I've actually been studying various kinds of monsters. It's very fascinating, and that's actually what inspired me to turn humans into monsters. Because for the most part, monsters are so much better than people. Monsters are actually honest. They aren't fickle. They know what they want, and they don't do anything just to purposefully make someone's life miserable. They hunt, and they fight, and they kill to survive. Survive and nothing more, and when they mate, they strive to make their mates happy. and to raise families and make more little monsters to fill the earth. And humans are fickle, they're greedy, they go about their way to make other people miserable. And they only go after the pretty girls, the pretty, vain, vapid girls. They go after the ones who are beautiful on the outside and wretched on the inside, and it makes me sick. It makes me sick. Because you fell for it, you fell for the same trap that every other damned human falls for. Always falling for the pretty face when the purse, it is trash on the inside. I'm both. I want to be both. I know my looks aren't that eye-catching, but I'm good on the inside. And I've done only anything and everything with the most best of intentions, and I've always wanted to help. And I only do this because I love you. And I know I'll be the better catch for you. I'll be a loving wife, loving and attentive, and I promise to make you feel good in bed, I promise. But with the look in your eyes and the ways you're rejecting me, you'll never be able to fully accept me. Not when you're a human. But if you're a monster, you'll love me. You'll want to make me happy, and I'll want to make you happy too, in return. But that's my plan. I'm going to turn you into a monster, and together, we're going to be happy. We're going to have the happily ever after that we should have had a long, long time ago. Now, I'm going to ask you some questions. I've taken a lot of notes, and I want your honest answers. You can be honest for me, can't you? All right. Well, for starters, do you like fur or feathers? If you keep talking like that, I may have to gag you, and I don't think you want that, do you? Just please answer my question. You like both? Well, I could definitely work with that. And with your body type, let me just hug you. You're so soft and warm and comfortable. I'll definitely keep that when I'm working on turning you into a monster. That will definitely stay. Let's see. What else shall we do with you as we turn you into a beautiful, beautiful, wonderful, perfect monster? I wonder, what else shall I do with you? Alright, well, given how you answered all my questions, I think I know just what I want to do with you. I'm going to take some extract of doppelganger, which, I don't know if you know, is a type of shapeshifter. And then I'm going to add a pinch of rabbit, because I know that's your favorite, a little bit of cat, which is one of my favorites, and a little bit of griffin, and I'll mix them all together, and then I'll inject you with them. And then the process should take a little bit of half an hour to fully turn you into a monster. But with doppelganger extract in you, you'll be able to turn into whatever kind of monster you like. Within reason, of course. And for safe measures, I'm going to be putting this on you. What is it? Well, dearest, it's a collar. I know it'll take you a little bit of time to get used to being a monster and being with me, so this collar is specially made so that if you try to escape, it will administer a mild but painful shock. It won't kill you, mind you, but it will dissuade you from wanting to make any escape attempts, shall we say? Oh, don't worry. Let me just get it on you and hold still. Darling, it's your favorite color, and it has a little bell on it. It's going to look fine on you. Stop struggling. Just give me a little bit more, and there we go. Oh, it looks so wonderful on you, and I knew it would fit. Oh, I can't wait for this process. Don't worry. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. And pretty soon, you'll be a monster. Alrighty. There we go. Now just to get this in the syringe. There we go now. And, oh, don't worry. The transformation won't hurt. I promise it won't hurt, especially after I administer the anesthesia. I know some people use morphine and hospitals use stuff like that, but I find a little good old-fashioned alcohol does the trick too. Don't worry. Guests go first. There we go. A big glass for you. Really, you're not going to drink it, darling. It's going to hurt unless you have the anesthesia in you. Fine. I guess we're going to do it like this again. There we go. It's my own special blend of anesthesia wine. Oh, well, when I was in college, I did take a brief course in winemaking. It was fun. And the satyrs were all Dionysus worshippers. He's the Greek god of wine, you know, Dionysus. So obviously, he was the teacher, and the man knows what to do with his alcohol. But yes. Now let me just give you a little more anesthesia. Good, you're drinking it all. I knew you'd like it. There's a reason why it tastes extra sweet. It makes the anesthesia go down easier. Alright, just a little more, my love. There we go. Much better. One drink for you, and another drink of anesthesia for me. Well, of course I need a drink. I need to steady my nerves and contain my excitement for this momentous occasion. There we go. Now, the anesthesia is coursing through your body, so you're only going to feel a little pinch, and then the transformation process will begin. Let me see. Nope, no bubbles. Perfect. Don't worry. It'll be strange at first, but soon you'll come to love being a monster. And even sooner, you'll come to love me, too. Are you ready? Alright, I'm going to count to 3, and then I'm going to give you the injection. Alright. Ready? 1, 2,